It is currently expensive to live in Ghana right now. A lot of people actually think that the whole of Jamaican is about Rastafarianism.
No, it's not true. It's just a small percentage. When I visited Ghana, I felt like you know your roots, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and I don't feel like I get that side of it in Jamaica.
Church is not part of Ghanaian culture.
It's not part.
Yeah, it was bought, part of colonization. Welcome back, guys. This is Rich and Anna. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So in this video, we're going to talk about Jamaica and Ghana. My wife is from Jamaica and I am from Ghana. We live in China, but at the end of the day, we have to go back to our country. And we can't live in both Ghana and Jamaica. We need to make a choice. Now, we want to talk about some of the things that will influence our decision making as to whether we'll live in Jamaica or Ghana. So stay tuned and let's have a discussion. The first thing I want to talk about is the cultural differences. There's a vast difference between Ghana and Jamaica. Is it vast? I'm not sure it's vast.
It's not vast.
Yeah, because a lot of people will say if you are from Jamaica, then you are African.
Yeah.
And most of them, they'll tell you that Jamaica and Ghana, most of the Jamaicans are from Ghana. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cultural difference is not so vast. But in Ghana, this is how the culture is in Ghana. There are a lot of westernization in Ghana, but it's not so much. We still get attached to our culture and our traditions. There are some deep culture and traditions in Ghana that we still uphold. Like high standards of morality, holding people accountable in our communities. These are things that are deep rooted in our culture that we still hold till today. I don't know about Jamaica. How is it like in Jamaica?
We are quite westernized as well. We follow a lot of the American culture. We still have the culture where we say that old people are wise, you should always respect them, look out for your elders. So the culture is there in that regard as it relates to respect and how we kind of like treat each other. But there are certain things that we follow from the American side that I don't necessarily like, because when I visited Ghana, I felt like you know your roots, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and I don't feel like I get that side of it in Jamaica. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the things you're talking about?
Some of them, they are so simple. You have your print, your dress, you go to church on Sunday, like religiously. I saw that most people actually go to church on Sunday.
But actually, church is not part of Ghanaian culture.
It's not part.
Yeah, it was bought, part of colonization. The Ghanaian culture, we believe in the African traditional religion. That is our religion as Ghanaians. So church is out of the box. Church was bought from the colonizers and the Europeans. So church is not a Ghanaian thing. It's one of the things that we bought in Ghana. But I would also say that the emergence of church has had a great impact also in Ghana. So I wouldn't, bullshit it.
Yeah.
You get it? It has had a very great impact in Ghana.
And as I was mentioning, the fabric, like you actually
like
have
the kente,
that you actually go out and you wear it. We have I think it's called bandana. We have this prints. Louis Bennett usually wear it a lot. You guys, if you're watching and you know the name of the fabric, you can comment it and let me know.
Bandana.
I've think.
Heard bandana.
But anyways, we don't wear it. Only like when we have like some form of Heritage Day activity at schools. You'll see some of the kids, they'll wear like a Jamaica shirt or they'll wear that print that I mentioned. But as opposed to you guys, you actually go outside and you actively wear your prints every time. And you'll see it outside selling. Like you can go to the shop and you can actually buy it. In Jamaica, mostly when you see those type of prints, you're at like maybe a tourist area.
Okay, but
yeah,
in Jamaica, I see you guys do stuff like carnivals and stuff. You still have carnivals and
but those are not
Jamaican.
It's not Jamaican carnival. It's just something that they've adopted.
Okay, well, what about Rastafarians and the Maroons, and I hear stuff like that? What about those people? Are they not upholding to Jamaican culture?
They have their standards too.
Okay.
But that's not the majority of Jamaicans. So for example, if we were going to be living in Jamaica, it's not like we're going to be going outside and seeing Rastafarians and Maroons everywhere we go.
A lot of people actually think that the whole of Jamaican is about Rastafarianism.
No. It's not true. It's just a small percentage. And usually they're even like there's a maroon town, and it's not like, you know, like you're in Kingston and you just walk around, you see all the Jamaicans. The maroon town, it's at a different place. So maybe you'll have to go to that place to be seeing all the maroons. You get me?
I get it.
And though you might go outside and you'll see Rastafarians, they also have a community. So it's not like if we go to live in Jamaica, we'll be going to live there.
Oh,
You get me?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But culturally, I wouldn't say that we are so wide apart. You know,
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't say we're so wide
Culturally,
apart.
which one would you choose, Ghana or Jamaica?
I would choose Ghana.
All right. Culturally, I've not lived in Jamaica before, but culturally, I will go for Jamaica.
Why?
Yeah, because I feel like Jamaica, I like the vibe. I like
Just the
Jamaican
vibe, babe. Just the vibe. Ghana also have vibe.
Okay,
Like
maybe
you-
because I've lived in Ghana, but that's my choice.
Okay. You know, my mom is in Jamaica. Your mom is in Ghana. So sometimes it's quite challenging for us. I think it's quite challenging sometimes. For example, me, it's always been like a personal preference for me for like when I'm pregnant, you know, I have like a baby shower, gender reveal, and I feel like those are some of the things that we can't necessarily get to do the way how I would want to do them.
In China?
Just in general, because separate and apart from the fact that we live in China, even if we were living in Ghana or Jamaica, we would still have that problem. You get me? Because, for example, let's say we were in Ghana, my mom would miss out on those things. And I'm really close to my mom. I would love for her to, you know, be there with me for some of these things.
Okay.
And vice versa, if we were in Jamaica together, your mom, your family would also miss out on these things.
Okay.
And this is like, I feel like we'll always have this issue like going forward, no matter where we decide on living. Because if we go to Ghana, it's like my family will be cut off from certain things, certain experiences, you know. And if we are in Jamaica, your family would also be cut off from those experiences.
Yeah, but I think living in Ghana or Jamaica, it's much more preferable than living somewhere else, like UK, USA, Canada, because traveling from Ghana to Jamaica is not as burdensome as when we live in other countries. So even though we have families we both have families in Ghana and Jamaica, we can still work things out, and I think it's much easier wherever we live, whether Ghana or Jamaica. You get it? Because Jamaica is visa free in Ghana, Ghana is visa free in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's
so that is one of the advantages. You get it? As compared to if we live in China or UK. So for family ties, I'll choose anywhere. You know, Ghana or Jamaica, any of them.
You'll
Because
choose anyone?
yeah, because I know that either of my families, I can still see them easily. You know, if I have the financial capacity, I can still see them. You know, because there's no visa restrictions and all that. So which one would you choose?
Which one would I choose if it's based on family?
Yeah.
If I'm supposed to base it on family, I would choose Jamaica.
Okay.
So with culture, I said Ghana. Now for family, I've said Jamaica. I'm confused. Let's see which one we actually decide on at the end of the video.
When it comes to career in both countries, I've not experienced Jamaica so much. I'll go in for Ghana. Yeah, because of the fact that I don't know the nature
Babe.
of the job terrain in Jamaica. You get it? Because I'm currently in pharmacy. I don't know if I'll be able to practice in Jamaica. I don't know the rules. I don't know the regulations. I don't know the pharmacy council over there. But in Ghana, I know the pharmacy council in Ghana. I know how to maneuver my way in Ghana. You know, unless maybe I want to choose another profession or go in another aspect. But in another way, you know, Ghana the salary is very low in Ghana. I don't know about Jamaica. Yeah, but looking at the cost of living and the salaries in Ghana, very poor. I don't know how much pharmacists earn in Ghana or anyone who is in a pharmacy related job. I don't know how much they will earn, but I know it would be so much. I don't know about Jamaica, but for policies and regulations, I'll choose Ghana because I know the terrain in Ghana. But for salary wise, maybe I'll go for Jamaica.
I'm actually surprised you chose Ghana because you always say jobs are hard to get. So I thought you would pick Jamaica.
Yeah, but I'll choose what I know over what I don't know.
But you're a foreigner in Jamaica. They'll give you preference.
I don't know Jamaica. If I had gone there and had experienced, maybe when I go to Jamaica, I'll be, because for now I'm not so confident about the job market in Jamaica because I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah.
For me personally, because of how he always says that jobs are hard to get in Ghana, let me tell you how I mapped it out, guys. He says that jobs are hard to get in Ghana. Jobs are hard to get in Jamaica too, but we have call centers, which is like customer service that you can do. And I'm also weighing the population. So Ghana has what, 33 million?
Yeah.
And Jamaica has like, let's call it 2 million, right? So I'm saying, okay, if I'm supposed to compete with 3 million people versus competing with 2 million, I'll just choose the competition with 2 million people. So that's kind of how I do the maths, considering that jobs are hard to get in both countries. You mentioned salary, but salary in Jamaica is not good either. You know, and our cost of living is also high, especially since the pandemic. You get me?
Yeah, but you talking about population, like 33 million, you should also consider the land mass.
Yeah, but no, but I'm just telling you how I max it out in my brain. You get it? I know that the land mass definitely, because Jamaica is a small island, Ghana is much more bigger, but that's how I do the maths. You know, competing with 2 million versus 3 million.
So based on your profession, which one would you choose? Based on your profession?
I would still choose Jamaica, even though I feel like I might have an advantage coming to Ghana to get a job. I feel like they'll pick me because I'm foreign.
Foreign preference.
Yeah, I feel like they might favor me. I could be wrong.
It could be. Like in most countries, actually, they prefer foreigners. I don't know what foreigners have done.
And I feel like I also bring something to the table. I've lived in China. I have international, experience, exposure.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
I feel like they'll favor me over a Ghanaian.
Actually, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It is currently expensive to live in Ghana right now. As of now, it is expensive. Things are just blown out of proportion. Currently, the dollar to CD ratio is about $1 to about 17 cedis. When just about in 2016, it was $1 to 4 cedis. So you could see just from 2016 to 2024,
it's gone up by 4.
Like 4 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 times. And,
wow.
And salaries are not being increased. So it looks like you are living a hard life with the same amount you used to earn
back
like
then.
8 years ago, 7 years ago.
Wow.
So life is hard in Ghana right now. Things are very expensive. I left China and went to Ghana and I cried every day.
Did you cry?
Taking a public transport, you need to pay a fortune. Like they cost you a fortune to be able to board a public transport. Although there is a, how do you call it? There is what's the name? Inflation everywhere. But the percentage of inflation in Ghana right now is crazy. So right now, based on cost of living, I will run away from Ghana. I will not think of going to Ghana at all to live. I don't know about Jamaica. There should be inflation in Jamaica, but I don't think it will reach that of Ghana. I'm telling you, it's crazy in Ghana right now. But I'm hoping that in future years to come, it will go down.
How?
Maybe by having a good economy. I don't know, but I'm just hoping.
I find it that when the economy goes bad, it never recovers.
Yeah, but maybe the economy could build some shocks that could help citizens. Yeah.
Okay.
Because cost of healthcare, cost of living, even cost of living to be alive, the cost of being alive has increased. I don't even want to talk about healthcare. I don't want to talk about education. I don't want to talk about anything. Just food.
I get it. In Jamaica, it's like that too. It's exactly like you just described. Back then when I was going to school, you could take the bus for like 15 Jamaican dollars.
And how much is it now?
Now it's 150.
15.
Yeah,
150.
yeah. It's now 150, and that's only some routes. There are some routes that are taking more than the 150. You get me? And just food, as you mentioned, it has tripled in price. So I think it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's the same situation where you were earning $1,000 and you are still earning $1,000 now.
Exactly. So I know the difficulties everywhere, and I understand that. But the rate of inflation would differ.
Based on country.
Yeah, well, would differentiate. Oh, I don't want to. Would differentiate a stable economy to one that is begging on its knees. You get it?
And you feel like Ghana is on its knees?
Ghana, we are on the floor. We are lying. We are not on our knees anymore. Like our knees are tired. Now we are lying bare on the ground.
Like
managing.
Actually, in Jamaica, a lot of people, they do multiple things. So you might have a 9 to 5, and maybe you're doing some content creation on the side or something. You have some girls these days, they have online shop, like they'll buy things and sell on Instagram, trying to add to the money.
Those things also do count when you have side jobs. But when you have an economy that just does not support multiple things, there's no jobs in the country, security is bad, the legal department in the country is bad, the police system is just
everything is
bad, so it just doesn't support any progress. You want to start your own business, and then you realize that someone does something against you, sent to the police, it's just zero case. It becomes nonsense.
The case will not be solved, right?
You get it? Yeah. And people cheat people and it goes nowhere. So these things don't encourage the youth to also start something. And we all keep suffering. Because, for example, there are bad roads in Ghana. You get it? So maybe if I want to travel these kilometers to go find another job, they are so bad, the bad roads are so bad that it's just impossible for me to leave home to my workplace at a certain time.
You get it.
Like, despite just like, not like China, UK, where there are railway systems where you could just go to another city and just go work and come back. You can never do that in Ghana.
It will take hours traveling on the bus.
Hours, just like 10 kilometers, it will take forever.
I
get it. So those are some of the things where, even though you want to try an economy, but the economy is not trying for you.
Yeah.
You get it. So you just have to live in management. You just have to go to management mode. You get it.
We have similar issues: the bad police, corruption, poor healthcare. Like, we have public hospitals. When you go there, you have to spend the whole day to get through. Yeah, and same with schools. I think the government implemented this thing where they say you can go to school for free.
Yeah.
But it's not really free. Sometimes you have to pay some small fees and something. But I don't know. I still choose Jamaica for this one.
I'll choose Jamaica.
Because I was in Ghana, so I actually experienced.
In Ghana now, we don't really know whether it's free education or non-free, or this government comes, oh free, this government that comes, oh non-free, this government comes, semi-free, this government comes, first year free. Like, it's just a whole mess.
Chaotic.
Yeah, so I'll choose Jamaica, cost of living. No, I'll run from Ghana. Yeah.
I wish I couldn't choose Jamaica for this one. I wish we had a third option.
To where? Space. We only have Ghana and Jamaica, that's all.
Yeah.
We are quite fortunate that in both countries, Jamaica and Ghana, when it comes to visa issues, legal issues, residence issue, immigration issues, it's quite not so complicated as compared to other countries, like other first world countries. In Ghana, I don't really know about immigration stuff for foreigners, but I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah. We're married, so
to move in, and also I think they'll give you have to spend a number of years in Ghana to be able to get permanent residence or to be able to get a passport. And as we are married, I think it will be much easier. Rita Marley, Bob Marley's wife,
she lives in Ghana.
Yeah, she's now a Ghanaian citizen with a Ghanaian passport. So I think it's much easier in Ghana. I think it's also same for Jamaica, right?
Yeah, it's also same. And if it wasn't the case where it was so easy, you could pay somebody under the table to send your thing through fast. Wink, wink.
Who?
There will be somebody.
Do you have evidence?
Maybe there will be somebody for you to pay.
Okay. Wait till someone sends you to court and say that you are telling us that we take bribe. So for that, I'll choose Ghana. Because it's only in Ghana it's not only in Ghana though, where a foreigner can just come and work without work permit and do stuff like those things. But in China, when you go to China, some other countries you can't try that. But in Ghana, I'm sure Jamaica too.
I feel like Jamaica is just so open.
Yeah,
They allow everybody to come.
Just works. I've seen a lot of Nigerians in Ghana. They're just there. Their business like a spy. They're just there. Like they're just living.
Like who is tracking them?
You get it? And the skin color is the same and all that. So like they're just there, just living life.
Yeah.
They are working at. They are doing any other thing that they want to do without visas and those stuff. You get it? So I think immigration rules are very relaxed in Ghana. So I'll choose Ghana when it comes to immigration rules. Again, because I don't know Jamaica so much. Maybe my wife will say that always it's free, it's loose. But actually, when you go into the country, then you know. Because it's different if you are a foreigner in the country and then if you are a resident.
Yeah,
you
that's
get it?
true.
Yeah, those are two different things.
As a resident, there are probably some legalities that I don't know about.
It's not even knowing. You don't care.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care. Yeah.
You get it? You don't care.
It's not my business.
Exactly.
It's not my business. But for this one, I feel like choose either one. I don't necessarily have to choose either Jamaica or Ghana.
No, you have to choose one.
But I feel like it's the same. Okay, I'll choose Jamaica.
Why?
I'm not give my birthright, my home birthright.
Averagely, Ghana is a safe place to be. Ghana is actually one of the most safest country to be. I'm not saying there are no crime, but the crime rate is very low. You know, since when I was born, although there have been bad things in Ghana, but you realize that Ghana is peaceful, very peaceful, and very, very, there are no, what's the name? In Tree, we'll say Wenchu.
What does it mean?
There are no,
chaos?
You know, there's some countries, there's something, every time. There's war, there is some fight, something, like there's some countries, they have to do something for the country to be going.
Always some drama, right?
Yeah, something. Yeah, but in Ghana, there's also drama. But it's peaceful. When you live in a country, you know that I'm living in a place where it's quiet and cool. You get it? And people are friendly. And also, even though our police is not so strong, our police system is not so strong, I think the citizens themselves are not wayward. You know, so it doesn't really turn the country upside down. Every time I tell myself that if Ghana was China, people don't know the way Chinese people, their ears are hard. And with our weak police system, maybe the country would have turned upside down.
Do you guys have a lot of like CCTV?
We don't have CCTV. What? Even
really?
Stable electricity, light cannot stand on for long. Electricity cannot stand on for long. We are going to think of CCTV.
I remember the lighthouse when I was there.
Yeah,
I remember.
So there's CCTV, but in certain roads, even some highways, there are no CCTV. People, and you will find CCTV in people who are well-to-do. The homes of people who are well-to-do. There are no street lights. Even street lights. We don't have some in some roads. Not to talk of CCTV. CCTV is like an advance. Please don't let the floor button there. I beg you. We just have CCTV on certain roads. I'm not saying Ghana doesn't have CCTV. We have it, but they are just on certain roads.
And some not working.
There are very few.
Some not working.
Which one?
I don't know. In Jamaica, we have some, but some are not working.
Some that were not working, well, I'll be happy. Even if it was there and it wasn't working. It's not there. You get it? It's just few on certain roads. Very, very few. You can count them. You get it? And I think it's very, very bad for a country like Ghana. And sometimes I think it's because our security is so, like, the peace in the country is so much that a lot of times they don't think about stuff like that unless something bad happens on a certain day, and they'll be like, oh, if we had a CCTV here, it would have helped.
Yeah,
you get it?
I get it. The safety that you're talking about, we don't necessarily have that in Jamaica.
It's not safe.
I mean, it's safe, but you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
There are a lot of bad people.
Maybe there's something happening, you know. Maybe there's a shootout somewhere.
A shootout?
Yeah.
Like people could actually organize and shoot.
Yeah, like we have some area leaders, you'd call them like gang or bad men, basically.
Gang leaders.
Yeah. And maybe you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. We have certain volatile communities as well. I don't know if you
high risk areas.
I've mentioned Tivoli to you, right?
Yeah, Tivoli Garden.
There was a big war at that place at one point, like some years ago, like 2016, I believe. Somebody in the comments can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. As it relates to CCTV, we do have, but not so much. Like we need more, you know. And sometimes, like there's something bad happening. For example, let's say there's going to be a war on John's Road, the government might come on TV and make an announcement to say they are going to be at that place. So they are going to be doing like spot check at that place. So they'll announce it. And I always say that if you're going to be doing like a check like that, checking for a criminal or a most wanted or whatever, why would you announce it on TV? You know, it should be a surprise.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, and we have pickpockets, like we have thief, we have certain roads you don't walk on them at night.
Yeah, in Ghana, you know, not to cut short, in Ghana there are high risk areas too, and there are thieves. I think there are thieves everywhere. There are bad people everywhere. But in Ghana, you wouldn't see like a shootout.
A shootout, you wouldn't
like
see.
In those high risk. There are people there who are pickpockets. People who could kill people over there. But
kill them how? With gun?
No, with knife or even with gun. But it doesn't. It's not something that is occurrence. It's not something that, you know, is so dangerous. It's dangerous, but it's not so dangerous like, you know, those Mexican gang leaders we see in movies and stuff. No, it doesn't get to that.
I mean, it doesn't look like that either in Jamaica, where like how you see it on TV. It doesn't look like that. Usually, I don't see it. But when you're watching the news every night, there's something happening. We have
a kidnap. There's a
yeah. Even that too. I always worry to say that, you know, when our child is born, we're in Jamaica. I don't want it to be a case where she's at school and I hear that, oh, she's been kidnapped, she's missing, because it does happen. It happens, babe. It happens.
Yeah, in Ghana, I don't even remember the last time there was a kidnap.
Kids get raped.
Yeah, there's been high kidnapping cases, but it's not like I can count them. It's not so frequent, you know. Yeah, so for safety, I would choose Ghana over
For safety, I would choose Ghana too. Like I felt quite safe when I was there.
That's great.
When I'm in Jamaica, and you see too when you go, you need to look over your shoulders every time. You see how I just in China we have our bag and we just leave it, and you're like, oh babe, no one will touch it. You leave the key in the bike and you just go, don't even think about that when you're in Jamaica.
Why do you think it is?
Someone will take it and go.
Oh, why is it like that?
Lack of jobs, lack of opportunity, laziness.
Same in Ghana too. I think same in Ghana too. People are thieves. People would want to snatch your bag and go sell and all that.
Some people actually, they do want to work. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt to say that some of them, they do want to work, but the opportunity is not there. And at the end of the day, if you have a family to provide for, you might turn to that.
Yeah, I feel like the police, they are doing their job, but they are not doing enough.
They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything.
Actually,
I think they have too much free time.
Like when I check the policing system here in China, I feel like, oh, we are joking in our country. So sometimes I don't blame the police. Sometimes it's they don't have the facility, the equipment, like the, you know, all of those things, the check-ins.
There's a word, babe. There's a word. I don't remember the word right now. But you see, in China, the police, they don't carry weapons.
They don't use guns at all, yeah?
Yeah, they don't carry weapons. But if you are on the road right now and you do something, just do something that you're not supposed to do, you'll end up behind the jail cell, okay?
Nobody will chase you.
Yeah.
Or even if they chase you and you run away, in the next hour, 2 hours, you will be because there's CCTV everywhere.
And it's not even that. Everything is attached to your phone number in China. Everything is attached to your phone number, and your phone number is attached to your ID card or your passport, whatever. So they'll know it's you. If you go on the road right now and you even cross the road, the zebra crossing, the pedestrian, you cross it when it's not your time, you'll see your picture on the monitor. Like there's a
caption.
There's a big TV.
LED,
yeah, there's a big TV on some of the roads where if you cross the pedestrian crossing when it's not your time, you'll see your picture there. So you don't come and try that here. But in Jamaica, you just run across the road. Yeah.
And also, when people feel like they can just run away with crime increases.
Yes.
You get it. And I think that's what is happening in both countries.
And that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know if it's accountability, responsibility.
Yeah, I think accountability. Yeah.
Like there's something.
There's lack of accountability. So for safety, which one do you choose?
Ghana. There's
Ghana all the way for safety.
No hesitation on that one.
So based on my experience of what I've heard from my wife and what I've read on the internet about Jamaica, personally, if I'm supposed to say I want to live in Jamaica and Ghana, I'll choose Jamaica over Ghana because I've already lived in Ghana and I've had a fair share experience of how Ghana feels like. And I feel like Jamaica, the way my wife says, is westernized and is free. I want to be in such an environment where there's not much of a culture tying, where people could move freely, and people could do mostly what they want. But on the other side, any country where security system is not so strong, it turns into chaos. That is the only side of Jamaica that I'm not so happy about. But apart from that, the vibe, even the cost of living, I'll choose it over Ghana. I'll choose Jamaica over Ghana, and I would love to live in Jamaica with my kids as compared to Ghana. We'll come to visit Ghana on vacations, okay?
Jamaica is a tourist country, right? Like, it's expensive to live there, babe.
It's okay. I don't think you know Ghana. Just
for me, guys, personally, I would choose Ghana. The culture that my husband is running from, I want to run towards it. One of the things I love about Ghana and the Ghanaian culture is the fact that you guys have names for each day. Cost of living, I mean, I can't argue about cost of living because I feel like it's expensive everywhere. It's expensive even in America, UK. You will see people on social media everywhere complaining what you used to get for $5 back then, you can't get it anymore, And the pandemic played a big role in that. That shifted everything, like, in the economy for a lot of countries. So I personally would choose Ghana. The vibe, the food, everything is...
All right, guys. So it's Jamaica for me, and it's Ghana for my wife.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.